Hello everybody and welcome to In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle, and I have yet another special guest here with me inside of the dubizzle Cars Hub. Sammy, thank you so much for coming down. What do you think of the place?
Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I am amazed that buying and selling cars has become so easy, because I've had experiences before in the past about how difficult it can be and all the nuances, and this has just made it so easy. I like everything from the photography to the inspection unit, to all the cars that are there, like just the way they've been polished and shiny and kept. I love it.
And you've only seen a small portion of it, because we have our other facility, which is just down the road, and we have over 300 plus cars there. Wow. Then we have our entire managed fleet, which is with the cars that are still with the owners, and we sell it on their behalf to get them the best price. So we have thousands of cars available actually here through dubizzle Cars. Yeah. But like I said, you've only seen a small portion of it. Yeah. And one of the cars that you chose is this one here, because of its vibrant shade. Yes,
nice and shiny. But I love Jaguars. I think they give a very prestigious look, and yeah, that's why I chose this one to be here.
I'm a big fan of Jaguar. I'm a little bit biased, obviously, being English. Jag is one of the cars I've always liked to have. XE is okay, but for me, it's kind of the XF or the E-Type. That's the real dream there. But this is a really nice car. It's very luxurious.
Yes.
And it's a very economical engine because it's only a 2-litre under the bonnet, turbocharged as well. Okay. So the fuel economy is pretty good on it. Plus, you get the added bonus of having a luxury car. So yes, it's the best of both worlds, essentially. But you were telling me something interesting, because I was asking you what your favorite car is, and you told me that you drove your favorite car last year.
So as an influencer, I've had a few reviews, quite a few car reviews, and the one that really appealed to me was the XC90. And honestly, I absolutely loved it, only because, is that the one? That's the one, right? Yeah, so I just loved it because I love just like the crystal gear shift, I guess that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
And and of course, even the security, the safety of it, I just loved it, because there are times, I know it's so bad when we just get a little bit distracted with our phones, which I do not, recommend to anyone. But of course, the car instantly just stops, and just the way it keeps you in your lane, no matter you get distracted. I just love the safety and the security part of it.
Well, I wish I knew this earlier, because we do have an XC90 somewhere, but it just doesn't have the crystal gear lever. It has the standard gear lever. Okay. Now, the reason I'm so happy about this is because everybody knows that I'm a diehard Volvo fan, and I finally found someone else who loves Volvos almost as much as I do.
Yeah, no. I actually did love it. I enjoy driving it so much. I just thought, okay, even one day I'm going to own that.
Were you okay with the size of it? Because it's a huge car.
I actually prefer, because I'm a small person, I actually prefer sitting in bigger cars. It makes me feel a lot more safer, and just that plus all the benefits the Volvo has, the XC90 had, I just loved it, all the features and everything.
See, that's one reason I bought my car as well. It's because it has a system on it that the car would park itself, essentially. That you'd drive past some cars, it would detect a space, and it would reverse into it. And I am atrocious at parallel parking. So that's one reason why I bought my car.
Okay, it's really good, yeah. So we have that in common.
And you were also telling me before that you've had an experience selling your car already, and you sold it for a very interesting reason.
Yes, okay. So it was giving me a few issues, because it was about almost 10 years old, and it was giving me a few, although I loved it, I loved the car, but still it was giving a few issues. And this one time, the air conditioning, peak summer of Dubai, July, it stopped working.
No.
And all I wanted to do was to get to the garage to get it fixed. And maybe half an hour in, because of the traffic time, it was 3 p.m., 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. I stopped at one of the signals, and I opened the door because I was wanting water or something, and I passed out.
My goodness.
And that was it. I didn't even want to get it fixed at this point. I just wanted the car. It was just giving me anxiety just being in it after that. So yeah, I just decided to.
I've had a somewhat similar experience. Now, one of my other cars had an issue with the AC actually failed on it as well. It just wasn't cooling at all. Now, I was quite lucky because it failed during the winter time, and I had to commute quite long distances. I cannot imagine what went through your mind at that point, because that must be so difficult. Because obviously you sat in traffic,
It's actually horrifying. Your hands and your feet start becoming so numb, you can't feel them. And then you start, every part of you starts shutting off. It's like a sunstroke. So
yeah, I can't imagine. That must be the most I've got to say, it must be a really painful experience. But luckily, you don't have the car anymore.
I don't
gotten
have
rid of
it
and you've
anymore.
got a new one.
Yeah, just yes. So that's the thing. Like when I was actually selling it, it was quite difficult. Just listing it, didn't know if the person I was chatting to was, I don't know, like if they were just playing around or what they were. I really had no idea. And I actually just wish that there was a place like this. It's so crazy that now I've come here like a year later. I'm actually sitting over in a place where you can buy and sell cars so easy, just because sometimes we just want to see it, like rather than just online, you're trying to find a place to sell it. It's like very difficult, actually. I find that difficult.
Yeah.
Some people probably find that easier, but for me, just having a physical place to come and inspect it and everything, I think makes like the biggest difference.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, you've probably got a very busy lifestyle. The last thing you want to do is answer a phone call or a message with, oh, what's the last price for your car? How much is it? Can I see the car? This stuff, that stuff. And that's what we aim to do here at dubizzle Cars. We have two ways that you can sell the car to us. You can sell it directly to us, or you can sell it as a managed vehicle. So that way we'll handle all the phone calls, the messages, test drives, appointments, and we'll even get you the price that you want for your car, all while you keep the car with you. So you can continue driving your car.
It saves so much time.
Exactly.
It saves so much time and so much effort. Like I can't imagine. Like I think that's the best thing.
So I'm one of these people, I'm very bad when it comes to selling cars because I just keep them until they basically fall apart. So I've personally never dealt with it myself, the hassle of selling a car, because mine usually just break after any given time, because I used to buy older cars. But I think now myself, I'll even try the service as well, because especially when it comes to some cars that are a bit tricky to sell, you want to make sure that someone is there to put the car in front of the right people and show the right people as well.
Yes.
When you sell a car that's a wagon, there's a very specific target audience for these kind of cars. And of course, at dubizzle Cars, we aim to basically put that car in front of everyone. So even myself, I would also choose the service that we run here, because I think it would be just that much easier to sell a Volvo.
We're all looking to make our lives easier. So
and we have many things here that we do as well. We've got the value-added services. For example, if you're looking for insurance quotes, finance quotes as well, we can, even if it comes to electric cars, I don't know if you're interested in buying one at any time.
Well, I did think about Tesla when the prices were going up for petrol. So
you're not the first one to say this, because a lot of people were doing a similar thing. They were all looking at the prices and thinking, is a petrol car the right choice for me? Is it too expensive to run? And I know this is a constant topic we actually talk on the vodcast here, and we all seem to have come to the same conclusion. When the prices go up, we want an electric car. When they go down, we want our V8s again. And it is something that we have to consider, because obviously with an electric car, it's a lot cheaper. You don't have to worry about waiting in the fuel station, do you? You just have to wait for the charger, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I did think about it, definitely. It did go through my mind, I think the start of the year, definitely.
Has that been one of the cars that you test driven as well?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't driven
No,
one?
I
So
haven't.
Volvo didn't give you the XC40? The recharge?
No.
There's the C4 recharge, and then there's the Polestar as well.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Okay, so the Polestar is one of the cars I've actually got my eye on. But let's go back to something that you said before, that when you were selling your car, you weren't sure of who you were talking to. Are they vetted? Are they even a person? Are they a bot? Or are they just, I don't know, trying to chat with you?
Wasting time.
Exactly, time wasters, which unfortunately is a thing. A lot of people, they might be interested, but then they see the price of the car, but they want to see if they can get a better deal. They might, keep talking and stuff like that, and then they just, out of nowhere, they disappear. But see, at dubizzle now, we've added a little, incentive so that you know exactly who you're talking to, and that, of course, is a verification badge. So now you can verify your account on dubizzle. So it's very simple. All you have to do is upload your Emirates ID, take a quick video of your face as well, and our team will basically verify your account within a couple of working days. And this blue tick that you get essentially will appear on the chat. So when you're talking to anybody across the dubizzle platform, so even in the car section, if you're talking to somebody, the verified icon will actually appear in the chat. So you know that you're talking to a verified buyer, which again, it puts you at ease.
Yeah,
now I'm going to ask you the question, have you verified your account yet?
No, I haven't.
Are you going to verify your account after this?
I should, yeah, I think I should. Yeah, now, I don't want people having second thoughts about me, so definitely.
Do you have, I don't have any second thoughts about you anymore. Volvo all the way. You're my favorite so far. Do you use dubizzle to sell anything?
I have sold a few things, yes. I have sold a few things, not car, but yeah, I have sold a few other things.
What are the main items that you've sold so far?
I think I've sold like furniture and stuff like that.
Okay, and what's the experience like been for you with that?
Actually, there has been some, you know, like I've just been, honestly, like some of the stuff like got sold so quickly and it was quite good. But initially when I first joined, I was a little hesitant, like, you know, they're going to come home and they're going to check, like, I don't know who these people are. Like I was a bit hesitant, but then after 1 or 2 times, like I was fine. Like, you know, a few people came over and it's okay.
Yeah, it's, I mean, when you sell anything on dubizzle, it's always a good idea to meet in person in the public area.
Yeah.
And it's also best to always deal with cash as well. You know, never click on any suspicious links like this. You know, just don't do it. You know, just keep it safe, keep it real, meet the person face to face, and transact only in cash. It makes life 10 times easier.
Yeah, definitely. No, I agree to that.
Well, Sammy, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle.
Thank you so much for having me.
We look forward to seeing you again in the hub, and you're welcome at any time if you need to buy or sell your car. I know that you did say that you were looking at possibly selling your car.
Yes. Actually, it's been a year, but like I am considering selling it. And I think
what are you looking to buy?
Still thinking about it, but yeah, I have a few options. Like probably looking at some of the Nissan options as well. Mazda.
Okay. So you're looking for something that's a bit more, that's reliable, something that's got good AC.
Yeah, and fuel efficiency.
Yeah, because that's always something that's on our minds.
Because right now the car that I have is not very fuel efficient, so I'm looking to get something.
But you've got an HS. What is that? 1.4 or 1.6?
Turbo. No, it's a 1.2 turbo.
And it's not efficient.
It's not.
Well, if you're looking for something fuel efficient, we have plenty of options here at the hub, and of course with the trade-in facility that we have here. Feel free to come down, bring a car in, and of course you can use it as credits towards your next purchase.
Yeah, I absolutely love the inspection area as well. Like, you know, especially you mentioned that if you bring a car that you liked somewhere, but you don't know if it's good enough or it's been inspected, and you know, just bring it here and inspect it. I think that.
Well, that's another thing as well that we're aiming to do here is the transparency side of things. So a lot of people, when they buy a car, they just see it from the outside and they see it from the features inside. But there's a lot more to a car. You know, there's the heart of the car, which is of course the engine. There's the chassis, the transmission, and more importantly, the AC. Because if you buy a car here that has an AC that just doesn't blow any cold air, you're going to have a real issue because you need the AC 10 months of the year, essentially. You know, the last thing you want to do is have a car that has zero AC. And it's one of the points that we actually check here. And actually, all the cars that we have here that 2015 or newer actually come with warranty that covers AC as well. So if you do have an issue with it, it'll be covered by the car that you buy here because of the warranty.
That's good.
So we're always aiming to make buying and selling a car as easy as possible. And of course, we have some exciting things happening soon that'll make it even easier.
I think I would pay for the luxury service that you have. I would consider it a luxury service and I would pay for it.
I'm very happy to hear it. I'm quite sure everyone else is very happy to hear it. But again, Sammy, thank you so much for joining us on this episode.
Thank you for having me.
And we look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you soon.